You are watching Liberty Online TV.
As people, it seems as if we don't even manage it at all.
Plenty finger pointing don't happen after the elections, especially after this dialogue mark.
It meets the needs of the people, or not the challenge and the way the people then look forward to for a solution.
Where did they bring Westcam into the country? Instead of them paying 0%, they will pay 5% on the value.
Because the oil those South Sudan they want a two tax. And a two tax that they use for run the states.
But what is inside these budgets, we see there is going to be room for macroeconomic stability.
Hello viewers, good evening and welcome to another edition of the program One on One, where they come to you live from the Liberty Online TV Facebook page, YouTube and also now our website. Today, now the program this net, we continue with the theme we'll look at this morning. Now breakfast show when our infrastructure with special focus on the traffic lights them where some engineers them may install na different parts na the city. What in this mean for development? We go can know inside this edition of the program One on One. This morning we look inside the integrated and resilient urban mobility project where the Ministry of Transport and Aviation they implement with $50 million grants from World Bank. Inside this project, you get different components them. We get for do with the 50 bus system we don't come salon. You also get the street lights them where they don't install and the traffic lights them where they install na some parts in the city. But this net, we just they focus on the traffic lights them. I want to welcome Albert Ford, where na the lead consultant for Aries Engineering. Now then the company we get the contract for install the traffic lights them. Good evening, Mr. Ford. And
As people, it seems as if we don't even manage it at all.
Plenty finger pointing don't happen after the elections, especially after this dialogue mark.
It meets the needs of the people, or not the challenge and the way the people then look forward to for a solution.
Where did they bring Westcam into the country? Instead of them paying 0%, they will pay 5% on the value.
Because the oil those South Sudan they want a two tax. And a two tax that they use for run the states.
But what is inside these budgets, we see there is going to be room for macroeconomic stability.
good evening, viewers, and welcome to another episode of the program One on One, where they come to you live from the Liberty Online TV Facebook, YouTube, and also now our website. Liberty Online TV and an extension of the breakfast show we can do this morning. Well, if you watch this morning, we be there with the mayor for the Freetown City Council, Her Worship Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr. Also, we ask a question, say in second term na office, waiting next for Freetown. Well, as you know, Freetown City Council gets different responsibility them, but just want for pay a special focus on sanitation, where now one of the challenge them where the city they get right now. Well, for can continue the conversation, this next, now a pleasure for sitting with the mayor for the Freetown City Council, Her Worship Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr. Good evening, ma'am, and welcome to the Liberty One on One.
Good evening, Khadija. Good evening, viewers. I'm glad for there. Thank you.
All right. Before we can go into sanitation, let me talk small bit about your tenure, your first 5 years in office. A lot's been going on with you as a mayor of Freetown City Council, where issues then where you be they get with even staff then at your office, where you see nobody they see eye to eye, lots of corruption allegation them, you go through several investigations them. You be in a parliament for investigation, ACC for investigation, CID, and even court case be there upon you. And when the campaign self come, you not be one of the targets them. Lots of allegation again. How you be managed for pull through?
God in grace. God in grace, and in fact say, I really thank God. Every accusation, every allegation, not been lie. None of it was true. And I believe, say, people didn't see that. We go na parliament, they sit and they do special audits, then do the audit, they never produce a report. Why? Because they're not able to find anything. We get an inquiry at the council. I mean, like I say in the breakfast show this morning, for me, the past is past. I really think, say, one of the things that we very necessary for let you achieve that for focus on the future. So I get 5 years with the city of Freetown, and Freetonians they give me, thank you, Freetonians. 66% is no small result. So are humbled, are grateful, and are determined for do 5 more with the 5 more. So let's focus on what's coming down the road. Waiting not happen, it's happened. Waiting important is that it not prevents me from becoming the mayor again. It shows that the people of Freetown get confidence in me. And I really thank God for in grace in that. Thank God for my family, thank God for my friends. Thank God, of course, for my party, for the APC, for giving me the symbol again, for that vote of confidence. And as we move forward now, I want to make sure, say, all Freetonians actually participate and benefit from the transformation where we city able forget.
You now one politician where people they look like, I say people they look like you because they vote for you back for let you come as mayor of Freetown. Which card you they play? Now the gender card or now you party where it clearly say Freetown, now one party stronghold them, or now you walk they reflect on the love we able gather from Freetonian them? Well,
I mean, I don't think that they play a card, I think, say, even yesterday in a meeting, I explained to a group of people, I say, look, I left my husband, my kids, and my career. There's so many options in anybody in life for do different things. I choose this because of a passion we don't in my heart for a long time. People will go college with me, go no say we're the FBC. I revive ISEC for make a difference in the lives of students in our college. The FBC there, this was back in the 80s. You go no say in 1999, I set up SWT, for children affected by the war. We still the function now. It's under Focus 1000, but 24 years on, it's still there. And it don't positively impact thousands of young people all over the country, particularly in the Bombali district, Beira Chiefdom, in Newton, we do ex-child soldiers, and then in Fawe, so many girls now, young women, some of them are doctors, accountants, where we provide scholarships for. When Ebola happened, I choose, and this SWT wasn't in a vacuum, right? A campaign against blood diamonds. I lead demonstrations in London. When Ebola happened, I don't sit back. I come. First, I engage in the UK. Somebody sent me recently a link to an event we will do with doctors, trying to get doctors to come out. So this is me, okay, wanting to make a difference. And I believe, say, that wanting to make a difference translated into making a difference in spite of the challenges. And therefore, 5 years on, Freetonians say she's real. She means it.
You just make mention of challenges. That will bring me to my next question. You now one female politician, we don't suffer from lots of attacks. Troll on social media, from opponents, even female politicians, they won't they the same party, be the right, the meaning things them about you. Say a lot, but up till now, say nothing. Not too all anything in there.
I don't follow everything we're written about me. But what I know is I speak my own truth, and me life they speak for me. So I think, say, people typically go look at what they do, then go look at the results, then go look at those around me and how then they react and respond to me, and they go make their judgment based on that.
During your 5 years, one major challenge we always they talk now the support where you not been they get from the central government and even the CA we been get at that time now be a big problem. This new administration where you don't start, we see also you don't get a new CA where una seem for the work together now. That go be the end of the so many problems like the council.
Yes. We, you know, it's amazing how one position can change so much. And when you get a person where we get now, I mean, this is a professional setting, okay? We did talk about institution. This is not personal. But the chief administrator who's currently in post at FCC, clearly not professional. Now somebody very experienced, get a lot of systems background, process background. So that's very aligned because we deal with a very complex institution. Freetown City Council is the capital, you know, is the council in the capital city. It's the council with the city with the biggest population, about 1.5 million people. That compares to the next biggest city, Bo, where I believe, if I'm correct, it's about 300,000 people. So we're talking about 5 times the size, and 5 times the complexity because you've got so much. You've got the businesses here, you've got the finance sector here. So there's a lot to do. You get boku fodu. And you're not able to do in a haphazard way. For let you be successful in what you do, you really need to get systems and processes because, as we did say earlier on this morning, also you get a situation where you not get building permit. Where in any city, I work with so many mayors. I'm the co-chair of C40 cities. We have almost 100 cities there. I'm part of Global Parliament of Mayors. That's another set of cities. UCLG, another. So I get a lot of comparative analysis, you know, of other cities in the continent of Africa as well as away. It's very unusual. We are very unusual in not having building permits and land use planning within the portfolio of the city. Because if you want to manage Sonsai, if you're not able to know who that they put waiting Usai, how the manager? And when it comes to delivering services, true say talk me. If you cannot even reach a community on foot, then they say difficult. You get for work at one.
So basically you challenge in managing the city.
Of course it's challenging, but does that mean I won't try? Does that mean I'm not up to the challenge? Of course I am. And I'm really grateful for Fritonians them for way themselves get up faith, say it's not easy, but it's not impossible. Me man can say for every problem, there's a solution. And part of that solution is collaboration. So it's brilliant. Just day before yesterday, the CA and all the core staff, we get a meeting for say, okay, so there was stuff that was not going on, but now going on right. Now there are basic things that we want to make sure we get right. Performance management. Everybody for know in role and responsibility, and everybody get TOR, and everybody for do in work. And we for able for say, if you not do your work, there are consequences of not doing your work. People should come to work on time. One of the last things I do with CA yesterday was for we to call the company we install, we clock in, clock out, which was one of the last things I did before I left in February. Mm-hmm. We installed that clock in and clock out for the staff for improve staff, you know, sort of presence or timeliness. Reduce absenteeism and able for really analyze data on how staff then they can or not can work, and what's going on department by department. That system came in February. It's not really being used. So one of the last things we did yesterday was for call the company. We install them for say, una cam, then they can directly to the CA. We want for make una able produce this kind report. And when we come in January, you know, all we staff can say, this is really serious business.
Now we talk about waste management now, because I remember sometimes last week we'll call you for talk to you, say, oh, please, I know say I just come, myself no say the city dirty, la put things in place before I can face Fritoni and them result. Now you don't can face with Fritoni and them. Waiting at the way forward in cleaning the city.
Okay, so cleaning the city is, again, systems. All right? Sign on the dirty unless dirty, possible dirty day. Even now you host Khadija, if people then they eat, drink water, plastic, and even are grown, they eat bread, they even are grown, you also go dirty. You know? If people then clean them, then they're not doing anything, and you also still dirty because dust could come. So you still need, but the level of dirty go different, no? So, because you always need for sweep POs. Everybody need for sweep POs. But that level of dirty go be different. You go be filth and you go be dirty, you know? Waiting with now we own starting point for address the whole value chain of dirty, starting with behavior. When I've been calm initially, we start the cleaner zone competition because with property rates being stopped in 2020. We find we will only be able to do 2019. We do in 2020, but we'll not be able to give out the prizes because we didn't have revenue. We didn't have resources. Now, I really believe, you talked about the political situation. You don't make mention of something very important. When at the agreement for national unity. We don't sign the agreement for national unity. We don't say we respect democracy. That means that I'm in the opposition, but I'm in governance, and that will be respected. And that, respect will be on both sides, as part of specific resolutions in that agreement. Me feel say the sentiment of that, irrespective, I look at waiting we sign. I always take the view that I'm sticking with the paper, because that's what the paper says. And I'm going to believe that waiting we sign is what we're going to do. So I'm of the opinion that we are going to collaborate because we are focused on development for Freetonians. So I'm very, very positive. Very positive. I appreciate that there's a lot going on politically. We maybe not speak to the document right now. I'm going to keep positive.
That will bring me to my next question, because one of your challenge where you get last 5 years, now the politics will be the play as politician them, collaboration not been there. Many times when you say the complaints, you need to get you.
That's not playing.
And all of the things.
That's not playing politics.
And you get a task at hand.
Yes.
You go with a document of Freetonia and then say, this is my project.
Yeah.
You manifesto. So if they get collaboration with the central government, they get funding, how you expect for deliver for Freetonia?
So I want to just pick up on that word, playing politics, because playing politics and doing development, they're not they go together. So I know they play politics. I serve the people of Freetown, and in the same time, I represent my party effectively. I represent the values where my party stand for. We include, we party, you go consider them in terms of political ideology, you go consider them as social democrats. People that we believe in democracy, we believe in making more available to those at the bottom, for the grassroots, really bringing people up, and ensuring that there's social mobility and ensuring that services are available to people. So that are the ideology of the APC. And that are the ideology where I come to work with. And as I say, waiting to give me confidence now is that, we don't make an agreement. And yes, I see things going off, right now. And, particularly in respect of, the incident of the 26th of November, which is terrible, absolutely terrible. And I condemn them totally. But I also believe, that was not something that was the APC. And therefore, this spirit of collaboration and unity, national unity, where we all sign to for be honored, and all the elements of the resolutions that we sign for be honored, and me to go about me day-to-day work with the expectation, what we signed was because we agree, salon people them for get the best. So that's my own focus. I work for get the best, whilst representing the people of Sierra Leone, or rather the people of Freetown, but of course, very consciously doing so under the umbrella of the APC. No bones about it. No bones about that at all. Because the APC tickets now come to office with. Waiting at the reason why I campaign within the APC for serve the people of Freetown. I get a symbol for serve the people of Freetown. I will, by God's grace, serve the people of Freetown in collaboration with the government, because you can't work as an island.
All right, viewers, in case you just tune in, the program where they watch now One on One, where they come to you live from the Liberty Online TV, Facebook, YouTube, and also now our website. This night we sit down with the mayor of Freetown, Her Worship Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr, where they talk about the development of Freetown as it just starts in second term in office, and waiting at the strategy that we don't put in place for Freetonian them. Now then they will talk about. Now let's talk about strategies.
Yeah.
You get 5 more for do. Now you slogan then the way
5 more to do more.
5 more to do more. Now then you come in office with, although some challenges been there for about 9 months because of a party decision. You not begin for work quick. But now you don't
Let's fix that again. We left office on the 28th of February. That was not a party decision. That was a government decision. In times past, you can remember, Khadija, in previous elections, the local councils then can dissolve. Then when parliament dissolved, even the ministers them self can go sidom, and that the administration that then can run the government, that then can day in office. In this case, the local governments were asked to stand down a good March, April, May, almost 4 months before the election. And interesting enough, the ministers never stood down. So 4 months are they out of office when because we were asked to stand down. Then after the election, July, August, 6 months, because the inauguration of the mayors and chairpersons, which we did not participate in, happened on the 18th of August. So of the 9 months, 6 months, not get nothing for do with APC.
The remaining months,
3 months,
for do with you
Naim, we say with the boycott governance.
Okay,
yes.
now don't
so we're out
governance.
for 9 months, but only 3 months of that related to an APC decision.
You don't come now into governance.
Correct.
After a party don't sign the peace communique, and according to you, they expect both parties for honor that communique.
Correct.
You don't begin work, waiting at the strategies where you don't put in place for Freetonians and let them know, say they be make the right decision.
Correct.
For votes for Aki-Sawyerr.
Correct. So you mentioned 5 more to do more. That was our campaign slogan. So as we come in now, we're going back to transform Freetown, the journey continues. So that is the theme of this administration. The journey continues. What does that mean? It means, say, the transform Freetown agenda, the 4 clusters, 11 priority sectors, and 19 targets, we continue with them. We engage for fine tune. We don't deliver some, we continue for deliver more. So for example, under urban planning and housing, we do 3 upgrades, and this work, that continuity, we've not started before. So Naime can say, transform Freetown, the journey continues. 3 upgrades of communities, informal settlements, Moiba, Coconut Farm, and Rokupa. Una go see that very shortly. We don't sit down with the consultants and don't agree on a menu of interventions. We go lead to that upgrade. Of course, when I don't already see a small scale, wait till we do na Susan's Bay with the 75 street lights. We come on just about 5 weeks ago, with the improved drainage, the 20 public toilets, and the charging stations within the community. Inside them 3 communities where they talk about, you go see access road, you go see solar light, you go see cooling, you go see improved drainage, you go see urban greening, then with tree planting. This is funded by the World Bank. And just like when they talk about collaboration, World Bank as an institution, not a work, directly with subnationals, in as much as they're not signed with the subnational, then they sign with the national government. That's just the World Bank's framework. Not only same with the EU. EU go work directly with the subnational, like a city or local government. Who else would do that? The UK, FCDO could do that. But World Bank, their own policy is not that. So we partner in this one, now the Ministry of Finance. And even yesterday, we get a project management meeting, a project steering committee meeting. It go on well. And this is, the idea comes from Freetown. We in Transform Freetown, the reason why we're being so inclusive in that process, we get confidence from continue from move that process, is because we engaged 15,000 residents at the time. We engaged all the NGOs, all the international NGOs, all the development partners, all the MDAs. In a series of meetings, focus groups, technical sector working groups. So when we produced those 19 targets, it been co-created between we and the whole city, as well as funding partners. So the interventions, like the upgrade of informal settlements, where I just give this one example, was something which was already in the plan from 2019. It's just been a question of feasibility studies, project effectiveness, all the stuff that goes on with financing. On revenue, very important. You asked me the question, say, if you not to get resources, you not to get revenue, are you able to do your work? I can tell you, say, out of the budget last year, not 2022, because 2023, I go stand up in the office. Who say you day out 9 months of the year?
Yeah.
Not so you day in that office day that year day. So 2023, for me, now be hello and goodbye Atel. I come January, I left February, I come back November 1, because October 30 call on November 1, I left December. So I don't really did it. But what we would say is that when it comes to that revenue in 2022, if you look, we financial statements, the audited financial statements, you go see, say, 82% of we revenue of council now be externally funded or own source revenue. So of the money where we use as council, only 17% now be from government. The 82% small now externally, because most of the external funding not it come as cash to council. Now then you use implementing partner. Now we go to parliament. It was just so interesting because it's like, no, the money didn't come to council. We agreed that this needs to be done, that needs to be done, that needs to be done. The partner gets in your own process, where in choose who that they implement. The implementing partner now all the money, and then it just liaises with we for deliver the services. So only 17% was coming from government. And if you've been there at the inaugurations, if you now follow the inaugurations, what happened recently of the North, West, Northeast, and we FCC and rural, you go Yeri way. Government will repeatedly tell the councils, all councils, not just the councils we come in after, all councils say, focus on revenue mobilization. We want to see the councils that increase their own revenue mobilization, because we know they get the money for the GUNA. So una collect your revenue, una collect more. So you go see, say, council FCC had already been doing that.
Okay.
And we go continue for do that, because if we not get the revenue, we not go able to deliver the services.
You just don't tell viewers them of few programs and activities them.
Only touch. That's like one example.
Yes, you only touch the jam-packed activities the way you get. And you know, somebody with big on climate change, you're so comfortable talking about issues of climate change, and now you the co-chair C40, and I know you talk about climate change where you look Freetown.
Okay.
Yeah, say climate change, not a warning in the give again, with the experience.
Exactly. Well, this morning, one of the people that we text say, Mayor, I forgot to the basics, notes about climate change, remember? And I answer him, I say, you're getting it wrong, because climate change, they affect every aspect of real life, and trees, they affect every aspect of real life. So yes, Khadija, I guess now how the conversation go, but you're right. I was recently elected, and it was such an honor. Me not only the second person from the global south and the first from Africa. About 15 years ago, the chair of C40 Cities was the mayor of Brazil, of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. But from that 10 day to now mayor of Paris, mayor of Los Angeles, mayor of London, not ever gets anybody way now from Africa. So the honor for be co-chair, which is a new position, then decide say, really climate change, they affect the global south. They affect we even more than they affect the north, because then get more resilience, then get more infrastructure, then get safety nets, then get more ability for cope with the impact of climate change than we. So a decision was taken by the steering committee, say let we actually elect a co-chair. So Sadiq Khan, with the mayor of London, now the co-chair for representing the global north. And now with the votes from Asia, I got votes from Southeast Asia, Latin America, everybody. I was voted as the co-chair for the global south. So me get a 4-year term, instead of get a 4-year term. In don't do 2 years, me just start. So we go overlap for 2 years, then go elect somebody else from the global north for represent. Now coming to we, because when I go see I've been there out for a week, 6 days I've been there COP. I always say global engagement for bring local action, for bring local delivery. If we able do the things that we don't do, now because we're able for secure the resources for tackle then climate issues. So as we come now, Freetown really experience climate change, as the whole world is, we did feel the heat. So not say no plant tree not important, tree reduce the temperature, tree clean the air. We get terrible pollution. I look out my window, you go see a Hamatan, but let the Hamatan pass, you go still see the haze. Part of that is the dump site. And again, in terms of World Bank projects, this same project where they do the upgrades in the slum communities also, and this started in 2018. It started in 2018. The project design started before the election, because I had meetings with the World Bank before 2018 election. This, it was initially a Freetown focused project, but then it be expanded now to all the urban localities. So the other cities are on board. So whether or not the upgrades are part of them, but for we Freetown, the other major thing we put inside this project, now the landfill. And I'm really pleased, as I say, we partner now the Ministry of the implementing, the signatory agency, now the Ministry of Finance, and we get this steering committee meeting yesterday. We move forward. That landfill, we know to dump site. Dump site, now we just go eat dirty, like what do we get now? Now that we inherit, now that I inherit. But now we advocate for a landfill. That sanitary landfill will serve both rural and urban. It go to Hastings, and the land, all that signing don't be done. I get a meeting just before I go COPS, about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, with the consultants, then they do the design for the landfill. At the same time, we're also engaging on waste to energy. We get at different scales. We get what I don't describe na Susan's Bay, but we also been at a meeting with Freetown Waste Transformers, where then they do waste to energy at a smaller level, where then they get 5 private customers first. I know we'll call their name because that's up to them to do, but 5 private customers, we want organic waste, then we food waste, able for use them for power in situ. So like they go get generator, but instead of the generator, they use fuel. They use the dirty. How would they do in Hagan Street? We at the city level also they work with 2 partners then where they look at plastic recycling. And when I say we work with them, we provide support. We get connections, we get networks where we can feed into, we do that. On we own side, we get several proposals them where they out right now. And I'm not going to talk about them because the challenge with Freetown is you mistake say something, it not go through tomorrow, then go say, may I be saying. So at the wait, let we successful, and then I go able can tell us na this. All right. In terms of recycling.
May you not go left we at the studio this night without we not talk about waste collection, because one of the major people now where they collect this dirty, people clean salon, and then seem not forget Cypher, dump the dirty there.
Yeah, well, so first of all, Clean Salon is going to hear from us. We're not able to identify Udana this clean salon. You go recall, say, in my previous administration, again, it didn't happen in 2023 in my absence, but it will happen very soon. We can do a registration. If you think back, Khadija, you remember, say, we will register authorized waste service providers.
Now they get tricycle.
Yes. They're not, we give the tricycles to people then for use. But we secure them so that you have, and now in this new, we can't describe a new system where we safeguard it do as FCC, we do the waste collection I use. But it's coming. And I will talk after we go do a whole communication to residents about how that's going to look. But I want to tell residents and something concerning clean salon, and we'll come, we go try to fend them. There is a process at council for let you be an authorized, approved waste collector in a council. You become council, we take your details, you show you waste collection infrastructure, i.e. you tricycle or you diner or whatever, then, or you omolanke.
So clean
even
salon
you omolanke.
Clean salon not to.
Even when at the talk and make a talk and done. Even you omolanke. Because, and with the Gilda, one laminated with a certificate, then we give you sticker. Then that time day we no say you don't commit to we say you not eat the dirty na street. Wait till we get in this name of clean salon. We need for investigate more because this happened in my absence. This child will spring up clean salon. Wait till we see is blind. Where then you go collect your dirty. Then turn so, then left hand at the street. So all over Freetown now, you see dirty. You don't get no arrangement with council. You collect money. Where you take. We for can take, we fuel, for can collect the dirty. There's no, any side you left them. In fact, you not just the left hand at the side of the street, you did even over Boku Bridge. You did make illegal dump sites. So this clean salon phenomena, and also the Yeri Boku people in the canton, say, Mayor, this clean salon and the thief in the community. We don't know who they are. They are not registered with council. But we are going to reach out to them because we can ban blind.
Okay.
Because if you know, we okada them. Say, even keke them. Say one keke, something at 3 person they use and also. Then they make arrangements among themselves. Mm-hmm. Me use an morning, you use an afternoon, use an evening time. They all use the one machine. They all use the one vehicle. When it comes to dirty business, we appreciate saying not to all man go get access to tricycle. But you will want to do dirty business. You did go meet your company. It happen now.
Yeah.
We know them. We work very closely with the dirty industry, the sector now. There is an organization where we help them set up. They call themselves Waste Management Collection Association. We help them register. We help them set up bank accounts and everything. Then at the overriding body or the coordinating body for all the one they win adopted and the peak. Then they work among themselves. If me not get tricycle, I tell you say, Khadija, let I use the tricycle this afternoon. I get pickups and yeah. These clean salon not they do that.
All right.
Clean salon have sprung up as like a fragmented group of people. I don't even know if they're a group or if they're just individuals where they use the name clean salon, but then they cause we a big headache.
Right.
And we address them. We go try for contact them. We put out public notices, but what they're waiting them to do totally illegal.
All right, many thanks. Where you join me at the studio this night, her worship Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr. Well, now so the program One on One they left you for today on edition. Make sure say where you they watch Liberty Online TV. Continue for like all we platform them. Facebook, YouTube, and also now our website. Make sure say they share we programs them. Now you with and they for support Liberty Online TV for continue for grow. Mina Khadija Bangura they say have a good night.
As people, it seems as if we're not even mindset at all.
Plenty finger pointing don't happen after the elections, especially after this dialogue back.
It meets the needs of the people, or now the challenge and the way the people then look forward to for a solution.
Where did the West come into the country? Instead of them paying 0%, they will pay 5% on the value.
Because the oil based South Sudan they want a two tax. And a two tax that they use for run the states.
But what is inside these budgets, we see there is going to be room for macroeconomic stability.